all right. Welcome to the show. You probably saw the title, We Are Bulls. Now, what does that all mean for us? For us to be bulls, we have to love one specific color. And we love the color red. So, as a bull, I love the color red. Especially when I see USDT being red, I love it. And of course, when I see others, top big coins being red, I love it also, because that gives me the biggest opportunities. This is where we will be making the most amount of money. So that's how I kind of treat myself. And I say, well, if I want to be making the most amount of money, I need to be looking for the red candles. Greens make me scared. So I kind of mentioned this to someone else on a Discord chat today, and I thought I'll bring it over and kind of use this as the title today. So overall, we can see some coins are doing okay. There are top 200 coins out here. Of course, we've got 15,000 coins, almost 15,000 now. And we can see out of that, some have been performing very well, especially basic attention token performing very well, no questions at all. RSR doing very good, come back to 4 cents now. Some of these coins that everyone thought wasn't doing much, they're doing better. Of course, XMR not doing much, but you know what? It's one of my favorite coins. We don't look at it. This is Monero. We don't look at this. But Luna doing awesome. Another 7% today. It did a 7% yesterday, 7% today. Doing fantastic. Steam is coming back. That's not a bad deal. Steam once upon a time was like around $2-3. Again, coins that we don't think will come back, they just come out from nowhere. It doesn't make any sense, right? But that's the reality of crypto. It's the reality of this yo-yo market. Now let's have a look at the market and see how far the fear or the greed is right now. We can see a little bit of greed coming back in, but not extreme fear. So it's okay, still fearful, market staying away, whales are buying, bulls are doing what they do best. Smash those like buttons, smash those subscribe if you are new to the channel, guys, and if you're old, smash those like buttons, share with one another, share on your YouTube, share on your, not on YouTube, share on your Facebook, share on your Twitter, share on your WhatsApp, or whatever you do, right? Go and share it on your socials. I'm just trying to see if I can see the chat. I can see Bubble here. Awesome. Bubble waves. I wave back. Mac Jason. OMG. You guys really have been warned. Well, Monday may be green, but don't expect too much. The market is turning bearish and weak. Albin. Hey, man. So Mac is here. Our resident bear. Awesome, Mac. Love you, brother. Thank you. No, honestly, your warnings do help us. We love the fact that you give us those warning cycles, so we're ready with our cash to buy the dips, because all we're doing is buying more and more and more coins. Of course, you may be making more money while you're going down, while you're trying to short the market, or maybe you're doing a long, you're making money. Happy days. Everybody's doing that. But guess what I'm doing, and guess what majority of the boys are doing? And I think you should have got that message, that yes, most of the boys here are bulls. We buy the reds. Because all we're doing is we're accumulating more and more BTC. That's what we're doing. We're accumulating more and more BTC. We're ready. We're ready for this if it goes to 10K. We're ready for this if it goes to 1K. We want as much share of that 21 million coins as possible. And that's us being greedy. Not trying to trade it, we're being greedy. Because the thing is, a lot of the guys, while you're trying to short, while you're trying to long, you guys are getting wrecked. I mean, how many wins do you have? You might have 1 or 2 great wins, right? The majority of that, you guys are getting wrecked. So it's a bit sad, but we're accumulating. So you know what? We're ready to play this another 5 years down the line, if that makes any sense. So that's what we're trying to do. Not trying to play the market, not go against the market, stick to our rules that we've made for ourselves. The conviction that we have in certain coins, we pick our coins and we stick to our coins, and we make money this way. So that's what we're doing. Of course, I trade, and I'm not a big trader. I'm a very small trader, but I only do 1 or 2 trades. And I've mentioned this so many times, 1 or 2 major trades per year. That's all I do. I don't really go crazy. It's like, oh, that's it, I'm gonna go and just put my house on it. No, I don't do that, bro. So I understand, Mac. It's all good. No worries. I love it. Well, listen, every group needs a resident bull and a resident bear. Unfortunately, on our group, I think you're the only bear right from the start, actually, funnily. But it's okay. We love you anyway. We love you, man, because your signals are giving those opportunities to us to go and buy cheap. Happy days. So of course, let's have a look at the other side of the markets. We're not going to go too far into too many things today. We're not going to talk about too many coins. I think I did kind of talk about a few coins on Discord today, and that's all awesome. So of course, crypto can't, market's bleeding, BTC's leaving. On-chain data says BTC's leaving. Are we bearish? Maybe. Do you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for that right moment when all the top international news corporations out there start, going there and saying, oh my God, Bitcoin market is crashed. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for all the radio stations, all the TV stations, all the influencers, everybody to start crying, we are in a bear market. Trust me, Mac, that's what I'm waiting for. Because those are the opportunities that I always look forward to. Always. Trust me, it's like Christmas all over again. That's what I look for. So yeah, BTC could go down to $1,000 today and the whole market could crash. But I'm ready, thanks to you. So yeah, everything looking awesome. I can see some of the leverage ratio is also coming down. Again, this is evidence. This is absolute evidence that people are getting wrecked. They're getting wrecked trying to trade this. Bears and bulls alike. It doesn't matter. You try and trade this, you're not going anywhere. And I've also mentioned this as well. The traders don't help the price. You try and short the market, you're not pushing the price down. You try to long the market, you're not pushing the price up. The only thing that you're doing is causing more issues when you get liquidated, because it causes a cascading effect. That's what you do. None of you guys, bears or bulls, actually do anything to the price other than harm it. But we're buying on chain, so don't worry, we're here to protect you. Let's have a look at other metrics. How many people got liquidated? Of course, I'm not going to call them idiots because I usually do. There's no point. What's the point repeating the same thing over and over again? So we've got 92,000 traders got wiped out. Majority of them on the longs and a whole bunch of them on Bybit on the shorts. Ooh, 50% on shorts. It is what it is. Anyway, it's an addiction. It's a gambling addiction. A lot of people have. Actually, people should have some medical tests done or whatever. I don't know. You get some medication done for that. But it is an addiction. It's like a gambling thing. When you lose, you go back again and you say, oh, I need to go and win this and this and that. Most people end up losing a lot of money on these things. That's what we always say. Never, ever trade more than you can afford to lose. But of course, if you're buying, it doesn't matter when you buy, as long as you're going to hold that asset, because it's your asset. You're not playing paper money. Means that house always wins. You're playing, when you're on a spot market, you're buying the actual asset. It's your asset. If it doesn't come back now, if it goes down, if it bleeds, doesn't matter. It will come back later. So ultimately, that's what I'm saying. Now, let's go straight into this stuff. Grayscale. Now, this is a really, really good indicator of how the market is reacting. And when I'm looking at this, and I'm seeing, BTC is at 14. It was at 16 yesterday, 14. I'm seeing Ethereum at 3 and minus. This is a slight sign of bearishness. So I don't need somebody to tell me whether we're bullish or bearish. I can see from here, the market is a little bit weak, right? The market's not coming back in. They're not investing. The big investors are not, the accredited investors, they're not investing into Grayscale. It's a good indication, because remember, they are one of the largest holders of these coins. So we can see they're trying to sell to people. I mean, here, 41% discount. I mean, seriously, I would rather buy some ETC now at a 41% discount, sell it 6 months later, as long as we're not in a bear market, obviously. And if it's a bull run, then I've got a 40% discount. That's my 40% guaranteed. Even if this price doesn't change by a penny, I will sell it back 6 months later when it unlocks. And I'll make 40%. Brilliant. Brilliant. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking at. 14% discount here, 3% discount here, of course. So we know a lot of the institutions are really, really bullish on Ethereum. They do expect Ethereum to push forward and go to new heights. In fact, some of the top dogs, they expect 20K. Of course, those are numbers we haven't reached yet. Let's first get to the targets, like the 6,000, 7,000 targets, before we start moving forward and see where we go from there. But I mean, anybody buys XLM, they're paying 100% more. 100% more. Wow. But yeah, look, none of this suggests anything for us. Let me read the chat as well. I will be a bull when I see a bull. I will be a bull when I see a bull. You will be a bull when you see a bull. No worries, my brother. No worries. Listen, you don't have to be. It's okay. As I said, look, we love you anyways, right? We love to have residents who are on both sides, and there's no harm in that, right? Absolutely no harm in that. So one thing we can see here, if we look at the shorter time frames, you can see how this market has now fallen into this particular range here. So we did have a short period of a consolidation zone. We can see this now being a larger consolidation zone on these hourly targets, right? Of course, we invalidated this trend line. It's fine, not to worry. We have a fresh trend line now, and these are, remember, these are micro trend line. These are not anything significant to actually change the market, but just good enough, right? Because remember, our point of invalidation is around this 52,000. Of course, I have mentioned that if we fall anywhere below the 51, then we could be dragged in, right? We could be literally dragged in, and I showed you this here actually. So I showed you this here. So if we do fall, 1 second, sorry, this is the wrong data. I need to get you here. Yep. So if we do fall into this 51k, also let me switch off VPVR. Right. So if we fall into this trap zone, right, I'm going to call it a trap zone. So this channel here, if we fall anywhere inside this channel, then we've had it. Okay. So we don't want to see this $51,000, basically, very simple. If we do, then we're going to get sucked into this, and if we do, then the bottom of this is around the 32k. So there's a funny I don't know if you guys remember, back in June, I believe it was, I think it was June, I had a buy order at the 20k mark. My buy order is still there, but I'm not being bearish here at all. Now what I'm thinking is adjusting it and putting it exactly here, maybe even this Fibonacci level here around the 29,900, just in case, you know what I mean, just in case. Again, I'm getting a massive discount, so if I sell my coin here or whatever, and if I buy here, I can double up. So again, my stash keeps on growing while everybody else is panicking. When the market's bloody, my stacks are growing. So am I happy? Absolutely. Because why? Because I'm not thinking about today. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. My investments have never been for this short period of time. Everybody that says to me, bro, we're jumping in, we want to make a whole ton of money, I always say to them, you're not going to make the money because you're coming in with the wrong intention. You got to think about it differently. When you're in crypto, you think about how many percentage you can make per day, per week, whatever. That's the key. Or you say how many percentage I can increase my portfolio. That's the key. Because your success is not just going to be now. Yes, you're going to make 100%. Sometimes you're going to make 100x, 1000x in some coins. Make the money, get the fuck out, full stop. Right? Don't marry the coin. But if you are going to be a long-term investor, you want to reap those bigger rewards, right? You will have to up your portfolio. So it doesn't matter where you start, you up your portfolio percentage by percentage by percentage. That's what you do, you know. So for me, I'm just stacking my stacks, my sats, and growing. So I can see my balance growing in BTC value. I'm really happy. So that's just me doing my thing. Of course, you do yours. It doesn't matter. But as I said, the warning is here, and I gave that warning yesterday. I think it's a bit lower today. Wow. Okay, I just saw something interesting. It's a little bit lower. No, actually, it's yeah, slightly, very slightly. I think it was 51.5. Today it's about 51.2. So it's come down a little bit. Of course, it's going down. That means this risk ratio is actually getting less and less. So when, you know, this is moving away. We're still on an upward trend line. You can see this confirmed here just by looking at this trend line. We're still moving up. You know, so this is all telling us it's not over. It's still not over. And remember what I mentioned to a lot of people. I said, guys, if we want to invalidate any of this trend, we've got a long way to go. And by the time you find out that that is where we've invalidated this whole trend, it's too late. It's too late. I mean, even now, if you look at the price, we're at what, 54? The top we had was around what, 68? We're just looking at that. We're 14k down. We're 14k down. So it's not going to be just a walk in the park, right? We're going to get back. No, it's going to be hard. Getting that 14k back is going to be very hard, and we're going to need to see some massive push in the market. You know, when we're looking at the market cap itself, the entire total market cap, you can see it's just not Bitcoin. Everything is bleeding. one after the other, and everything is giving us those opportunities, especially us, I mean those bulls, right? Giving us the opportunity to pick up some dips, some more dips, stack up on those, because we know what's going to happen later. Of course, I had a conversation with another brother just a little while ago, and he was mentioning this coin, that coin, and I've been transparent with all of you guys, and I've said to you guys, I said, guys, I am not interested in buying multiple coins right now. And I've said this for so long. I've said this for a few months now. I've said, guys, this is the critical point in the market where I personally stop looking at what the what the new coins are, what's going to do 100x, what's going to do 200x. I stop looking at those. I stop absolutely looking at those, because I know that we're in this critical point right now where if we fall, we got a bit of a problem. And I'm going to show you some stuff here that will make total sense to you. Switch off all the drawings. This is our daily. This is our daily. This is our daily, and you can see we fell below this blue line. We fell below this median line. Remember the last time we fell below this median line, right? Look, the last time we fell below this, we had this massive dump down. It just didn't stop. So by the time you find out the market's over, look, this is currently showing at 48, because it's like a quicksand. Remember, it just pulls you in, pulls you in, pulls you in. So as soon as we came back to these numbers, when we first came to 65, I was worried. And when we came to this 67, 68K, I was worried. And you can now see exactly why. Because going up, we're uncertain how high we're going to go up. When we're going down, we know that that's our baseline. It's easier for us to pick the bottom than pick the top, because it's hard. It's hard. Honestly, you don't know how high it's going to go. This is why everybody was bullish, and I said, yeah, we are. Of course, we're going to get there. But there's more on the charts that suggest that this might not even happen. So until we beat these lines, we shouldn't really get excited. We shouldn't start looking at the top number yet. Of course, we're going to get there. But are we going to get there now? No. So while everybody was getting too hyped up and excited, I've been telling everyone, guys, be careful. This could be it. You can go and watch all my videos. It's right there. Every day has been a follow-up, and I've said the same thing on every one of them. I said, good, guys, this doesn't mean anything. This new all-time high doesn't mean anything. We got to beat every one of these targets, and we're going to get there at some stage. So are we in a bear market? Did we enter the bear market? Not yet. For us to confirm this is a bear market, we need to go below the 29K. Can you believe that? We need to go to the 29K to confirm this is a bear market. We need to get back to this green line, right? This green line here, you can see this 29K green line currently sitting at 29K, right? For us to confirm that we're in a bear market, possibly even touch this line, which is the 25K mark, for us to then start another bull run up. So you see what I mean? So it's just one of those kind of things. You got to be prepared. You got to know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. As I said, I'm going to be stacking my sats, and I want to move back up, and I want to accumulate as many more coins as possible. So a lot of these shit coins that are coming up to me right now, I'm not even interested. I'm going to wait for this. If this comes down here, I'm going to dump a whole bunch of them. I'm going to drag the market down even more. I'm going to buy whatever I can, and then I'm going to pump the whole thing back up again. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be buying every one of those coins that I've missed. But the trend is still my friend, so I'm still going to hold on, because that trend says to me, Sham, calm down. It's not over. It's not over. Just calm down. It's not over yet. So yeah, that's what the market is showing us. I know I've been going on about BTC for the last few days. I'm just trying to explain to people what's going on. Yes, the entire market is there. Just don't focus on one coin, because that's when you lose out. That's when you lose out. If you're looking at BTC only, you are getting ready to get wrecked. If you're looking at Ethereum only, you're getting ready to get wrecked. Because they're not the only two coins on this coin market cap. They are currently part of 1400. Let me just change this. I'm sure it's changed. The data's changed now. Give me a second. Let me refresh this. Yeah, 14,873 coins. 14,807, almost 15,000 coins. just one and two of them. They're just one and two of them. So please do understand this, that, you know, there's a lot more to the market than you actually just, you know, yes, they're old horses, they're good horses, they're the ones most people know about, and they're the ones everyone's trying to bet their horses on, right? Or they put their money down on. But it doesn't change anything. I mean, even here, yes, we broke the trend. Yeah, what can you do? So, you know, this trend line is completely probably invalidated. Actually, it's not. It's still on. Wow. So the trend line is still active. That's a bit funny, but it doesn't change anything. Do you know what I mean? We got to get back up, or we got to break the trend. And when we break the trend, for us to find any validation for this, to say, okay, this is it, this is now bearish, we got to come back to this level here, the $2,700, to confirm this is a bear market. And this is the conundrum that a lot of people don't understand, that yes, you can say we're going up to this, we're going up to this, but are you prepared for the bear side of the things as well? What's your invalidation points? What's your exit plans right now? What is the plan? What are you going to do now? Are you going to cash out, you know, or are you going to basically buy the dip? What are you going to do? Make your plans right now. Because I know every time I buy, I'll buy for 5 years or a long-term hold. And anything I'm not buying in a long-term hold, I flip those coins. I don't give a damn what price it goes to. I just flip them. I buy 10%, 20%, 30%, whatever, right? And then I dump it to the market and I leave. I don't care. I don't care. And if I think it's good, I'll jump on again later. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I just play my game. But of course, entire market bloody RSR is doing good. As you can see here, RSR is doing good. But anything fantastic? No. Look. Target is so far. My God, we're still what, 200-300% away from the target. Let me just check. Damn, yeah, 200%, bang on, 200% away from the target. So I'm gonna wait for this. Let's see where that comes. It's just TLM. TLM's doing good. It invalidated this neckline here. It done its little thing. It's come back here right now. It's holding. That's fine. I think TLM has potential to start moving while no one's looking. Luna. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Again, if you look carefully, there was this one pattern forming here that it decided to break out of. You see what I mean? So when you start looking at this, you can see that it is coming to that target, you know? And of course, a lot of these coins are going to act or do something when you least expect it. When everybody's bullish, sorry, when everybody's bearish, that's when these things make the move. And then everyone jumps on because now they're bullish. And then you're playing into their hands, you know? Yeah, Crow did all right yesterday, kind of down today. This is okay in my opinion. I see a higher low, you know, I see a higher low compared to this one, so I'm happy with that. So let's see where that goes. Again, I think I forgot to mention this. I see the same on BTC. Yeah, wow, okay, this is what I saw on BTC. So I'm seeing BTC obviously trending back up again. You know, we're seeing these, you know, higher lows, right? Higher lows moving back up again. Of course, but anything could happen. You know, we're not going to take this for granted. I'm not going to say, guys, we're going down to here. Well, guys, you've been warned. We're going, you know, like, for example, if I take this area here and I say, guys, look, we're going down right now. This is it. We're going down to 45K. No, if we go to anything below 51K, we are coming down hard and fast. I see Big Dog, also my brother, nice to see you here. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to come down full hard, you know, so just be prepped. That's all I want to say. Or, you know, for my so this is not financial advice. I'll tell you what I would be doing. I'm going to be setting up orders all the way from here, from like 30, 35, 40, 45, even 50, 51K. I'm going to be setting up orders to buy every one of those freaking dips. Because I want a dollar cost average down. I want a dollar cost average down. Of course, I'll have my biggest buy here, the smallest buys here. So I want to pick up, you know, maybe 10% there, maybe 20% when it comes down even further, maybe 30%, maybe 40%. And then if I have, you know, another order around here, I'll put the 60% in there. So I'm talking about my total portfolio, the cash portfolio. I'll put it down and I'll buy those discounts because I know I'm getting myself a massive discount. And I also know this market's not over. Because as I said, for you to confirm, or anybody to confirm this market is over, we have to get back to this line here, right? For us to confirm that this market's over, we have to get back to this line here. Can you imagine that? How crazy that is? Can you imagine how crazy that is, right? You know, to invalidate this trend, you come down to this $40,000, and then to hit the bottom, we hit $29,000. Insane. Oh my, oh my. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be an awesome winter. This December is going to be fantastic. I just want to see how things go, because looking at previous history, previous patterns, you know, if you look at this, even look at this on a line chart, if you just look at this, I'll put it on a weekly just to kind of show you a lot more data. We've had these dips before here, like for example, you can see here in 2017 we had these dumps, and then here even here around these times here around November, if you look carefully, we had this sharp dip. We had a sharp dip. Is that a bit of a coincidence? Think about it. We actually had a sharp dip. So if I try and zoom into this, give me a second, where is it? January. I'll show you. This is so funny. Look, we had this sharp dip that brought us down, and then we went parabolic. We had this before. We've had this over and over again. We have these situations where, like in 2013, we have these sharp dips, and then we shoot up, right? So the question is, are we going to go parabolic up, or are we going to go parabolic down, right? That's the question. But just by looking at this, the structure, just look at the bottom structure, the trend was still secure. So I hope this kind of makes sense. If you do look at this, one second, let me switch this off. If you look at this, right, and let me switch this off for a second. The trend was active. This trend was active. This trend was active there. And even here, if you look, well, here actually the trend wasn't even active. Look how bad it was. Here, this was a complete mess. It just went complete parabolic because this was the trend. It didn't even care. It just went parabolic. This was 2013. Just went parabolic, right? But 2017, this trend was active. This trend was active. And here in 2021, this trend is also active. So when you look at that, you see this pattern. Yes, we were active there. Yes, we are active here. What's the story now? Do you know what I mean? So it's one of those kind of things. Just got to look, and of course, nobody has a crystal ball. I can't tell you whether this is it. I can't tell you if we're going down, if we're going up. I don't have a crystal ball. And I'm being honest, but I can tell you what the facts are in the chart. We had this moment where everybody lost faith. That's it, guys. We're going down. We are going down. Remember, we went here to $7,500, and then we dumped all the way to like $5,900. Guys, that's it. Game's over. You know, we had another one here, pump here, $5,000, all the way down to $3,200. Guys, this is it. The game's over. You know, we had this pump here, you know, to $3,000. Remember, we went from $900 to $3,000. That's 300%. And then we dumped down back to 2,000. Guys, that's it. Game's over. Bitcoin market's over. We're not going in and doing anything else. And then this thing kept on doing this until it hit 19,500 something dollars, almost close to $20,000 back in 2017. That's what it did. That's a fact. I can't change that. I don't need a crystal ball to show you this. Look, you can see these patterns here. Okay. When did we invalidate this whole pattern? When we came back to the pattern. You see, the invalidation point is back when you hit that low bottom again. That's when we invalidate it. What's BTC doing right now? Almost the same thing. Almost the same thing. The trend is still secure, still doing its thing. Of course, it's a longer cycle than normal, but that's fine. That's what the extended cycle is. But when does this all invalidate everything? When it literally comes back to here. So I hope this kind of makes sense, guys, that there's a lot on the chart that you're not really seeing. You know, of course, if we're getting bear signals, maybe you want to go and short it. I wouldn't. I know what I'm doing, because while everybody else is trying to make some money, make some pocket money, I'm trying to buy the dip and accumulate as many more coins as I can. And I want to have a good portion of that 21 million coins. Any currency, I want a big portion of those assets. If I'm getting that opportunity while others are getting destroyed to load up my bags, that's what I want to do, because I want to come back and play the next round, you know. And at the same time, I'm being very cautious. I am not buying any altcoins right now. Nothing. I want to buy those altcoins when I see this market come back down potentially to this 29k. If this market bounces back down to 29k, I will buy altcoins. Other than that, I don't see a reason for me to pick up anything, because I want to pick up the big boys here. I want to make the big money here. Do you know what I mean? My vision is not for today. It's not about making that 100x on a simple coin. You know, 100x, what, a penny to a dollar? You know, 100x, yeah, great, I made so much money, but how much did you invest? Do you know what I mean? Or I could play the other game, play with the big boys, and I know the big boys are going to push this, because you've got to look where the interest is. Where are the institution? Where is the money doing its thing? Follow the money. Follow the money. Other than that, guys, I'm not gonna make this any longer. Thank you very much for coming to the show. Of course, again, second video on a row where I've been going on about BTC, but that's because I need you guys to understand and get this through, right? That, yeah, there's two sides to a coin. There's two sides to a coin. There are traders, right? And then there are actual spot traders who are, you know, there are traders who trade leverage, try and short the market, make some small change. Those are the guys, that's where they make the daily living. Gambling addicts, you know, in my opinion, right? They've got a problem. And then you've got people who are buyers. They just buy, they accumulate more and more coins. Guess who they are? They are the bulls. We are the bulls. Adios, my amigos. I'll see you on another one very soon. Thank you very much.